Hello. You're a narcissistic abuse survivor? Okay. Do you feel like no matter how much you try, that you do all the good things, that you work so hard in your work, in your studies, in your personal life, even in your relationships, and no matter how much you try, it's never enough? This video is about solving imposter syndrome after narcissistic abuse, and stay here because you're in the right place. Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome. So glad to see you here on another video. This topic today, we're going to talk about imposter syndrome after narcissistic abuse. So I assume that you're a narcissistic abuse survivor, or you're going through it right now, you're with a narcissist, you're stuck with them, or you're a person, a friend, maybe a partner that knows a survivor and you're watching this in order to help them. So let's go. So first of all, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Elisabetta. I'm your narcissistic abuse recovery coach, mentor, and energy healer. And my goal here is to help you fully heal from narcissistic abuse, psychological abuse, and basically create the life that you want because you're perfectly capable of doing so. Let's go. So imposter syndrome is basically something that many of us have been going through, including myself, because it's something that the narcissist just adds into ourselves, you know. It happens very gently in a way that we don't fully realize, and when we are fully out of abuse, when we escape, for example, we find ourselves in cycles of endless perfectionism, or thinking that we're doing something. For example, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, you feel like you're a fraud, that you are fake, that what you're doing is not real, and people are not going to take you seriously. This can happen also if, for example, you're in a relationship. You are not a narcissist, you know that, right? You are not a narcissist, but still you feel like you're doing something wrong, and that no matter how much you try, how hard you try, your partner is going to see you or catch you doing something, and you're going to be left alone. So let me know in the comments if this is something that happens with you, because it happened with me. And briefly explained the way that the narcissist makes you have imposter syndrome and to develop this. It happens with gaslighting, for example, which is basically when you have an experience, or you are showing the narcissist like, hey, I did something, look at me, like, feel proud of me, you know, I'm showing my achievements. Or in the most probable and the most common of cases is when the narcissist did something. For example, they lied to you or they cheated on you, and you know that, right? You know that, and you are confronting them, and they are saying, no, what are you saying? I never said that, right? Let me know if it resonates, because it happens a lot. So this is the start of the imposter syndrome. They are making you doubt yourself. They are making you doubt your abilities. They are making you doubt like everything about yourself, even your whole identity. And you might be also asking yourself, why the narcissist does this? Basically because they're jealous of you. Narcissists prey on people that are successful. It can happen to women. It can happen to men. It doesn't matter the sex or gender. But yeah, it happens to both of us. And to successful people, I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a business or you are like pretty happy and content with your job. It can also mean that you have like a pretty large social circle and you're very popular, you know, in all areas of your life. Or maybe you're feeling so happy about your life and you're enjoying your life. So the narcissist comes into your life and starts planting the seeds of doubt, of making you think that every single piece of achievement, every single thing that you accomplished is undeserved or unworthy of love unworthy of recognition, or even fake. And to even think of it, if we are putting examples, I'm going to read the comments, but it also happened with me. I mentioned it happened with me when I was growing my business, and obviously in my case, I wasn't supported, and I thought many times, imposter syndrome, in business is very common. But when you are an entrepreneur and you have a very passionate spirit for helping humanity, for the love of humanity, these toxic people are going to doubt you, and these toxic people are going to tell you that, hey, this is wrong, what you're doing is wrong, and you don't have to do this, you better go to another path, stuff like that. So if you're watching this video, you need to be super careful, because it happens a lot. Now, I assume that you're here for learning on how to how to heal this imposter syndrome. And it's actually way easier than you might think, because you're thinking of all this complicated process, talking it out, maybe in therapy. But I'm going to tell you a few steps that actually help me. One of the first ones is to understand that whatever the narcissist tells you, it's not about you. It's not the ultimate truth, okay? I'm going to repeat it again. All things that the narcissist tells you, about your job, about your business, about your personal life, about your relationships, about the way that you are, it's not true. They are projecting into you. They are jealous of you. And they are projecting their own limitations. They have a lot of fears. They have a lot of weaknesses and flaws and insecurities. And they are trying to project this into you. So you absorb this energy, this dense energy, and you don't reach your potential. This is their goal. You need to understand this. They are trying to limit you, all right? So this is the first mindset shift that I want you to realize. Another thing I really want you to understand is we are not born hating ourselves. And I put hate into this because it's related to imposter syndrome. And all this hate, shame, guilt, all this combination of emotions and frequencies that we see on this planet, we learn them. We are not born with them, right? I believe we are born from love. Love is God, right? God is love. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. Basically, we are born from this pure, unconditional source consciousness. And then, when we grow up, we learn to hate ourselves. And then we learn to hate other people. And this is how the vision is created. So let's get back to hating ourselves, shame, feeling like we are frauds. You have to understand, and you have to actually internalize that this feeling of feeling like you are doing the wrong thing and that maybe you should just stick to whatever you're comfortable with. It's not you. It's something that you learned from the narcissist. It's conditioned, okay? You were conditioned to believe something from the narcissist. It's not your core belief. It doesn't come from you. There are two things I wanted to remember on this, and I explained this more on detail on my 3-month commitment program, Becoming Phoenix, where I explain literally the A to Z process on how to reframe your core beliefs, how to change your mindset, your subconscious mind, where basically all these beliefs that you have from the narcissist are stored. But you also have to remember that you have to challenge your inner critic. When you're going through narcissistic abuse, you are left, and also when you escape, you are left with this super harsh inner critic, this voice that doesn't leave you alone. And many times it can also be astral parasites, negative thought patterns. You can get rid of this with energy cleansing sessions, which I also provide. If you're interested on, reading about that and what it means, I can leave the links down below so you check it. But usually it's just the voice, it's just the core belief that you have from the narcissist. So you have to challenge that. and keep track of your accomplishments. Every time you're doubting, I really recommend you to have a journal where you're writing down everything that you ever did, that you had success with, that you're super proud of yourself. So please have a journal and write down everything that you're doing. So next time when your voice is coming like, hey, you're a faker, you're a fraud, just open up this notebook and read it out loud. Improve yourself that you're actually amazing. You're doing a great job. Another thing, shift your perspective around failure. When we feel like we are a fraud, we also have lots of procrastination. We leave things for like the next days, for weeks and for months, and we don't actually accomplish our goals. So you have to reframe your thoughts and think that failure is not incompetence of your abilities, your skills, or just of who you are. Failure is just another step to success. You have to understand that. Then also, I don't recommend you to completely depend on this, 24/7, but you can also seek validation outside of yourself. When you're too stuck in your head and you're like, oh, I'm a failure, I'm not worthy, I'm a fraud, I'm fake, what I'm doing is not enough, just ask people around you, and I'm sure that if you have the right company, they're going to list all the good qualities that you have. And you're actually going to see that you're not so bad as you thought you are. Now, if you actually need consistent validation to create another framework in your mindset, you can also join the program. And if you're new to this and you want to start and testing the waters, I have my free group on Facebook. Again, the link is down below in the description. And we have a support group chat. You can post your stories. You can ask questions. I also host webinars every week. You have Reiki group healing sessions. You have a lot of resources, also workbooks, worksheets, lots of posts I create every week, every month, literally. If you want to start somewhere, you have the Facebook group. If you want a more detailed approach on how to do something, you have the Becoming Phoenix program, which again, the link is also down below in the description. Another step I also would love for you to do when you're feeling this imposter syndrome creeping in is taking action despite your fears. So really important, I want you to remember you have to face your fears. You know shock therapy, right? So it's basically that. You don't have to wait until you face you feel worthy. You don't have to wait until, hey, now I'm feeling ready. Because this time you're wasting actually your time, you're wasting your life, and it's actually better to accomplish your goals, right? Over time, your brain will see with your actions that you are worthy and that you are actually capable of doing a lot. Now, the last step I would love for you to recommend is inner child healing. I explain this more in detail in my Becoming Phoenix program. There's lots of meditations, internal family systems where you can talk to the parts that feel unworthy. There's also talking to your organs and healing your organs, because your organs are connected to your emotions. So also focus on healing your inner child, because if you feel that you're unworthy and that you're a fraud, it's from your inner child, which happened around where you grew up with possibly dysfunctional, emotionally immature parents. Basically, imposter syndrome is a real thing, but you don't have to wait. You don't have to live with it. When you have all the tools at your disposal, I already told you what you have to do. So I really hope that you took good notes and you subscribe to my channel to receive more guidance and more support like this. And yeah, if you are new to this and if you want to receive group support in a group chat or in the feed, you have the Facebook group Becoming Phoenix. The link is down below as well. You can also have group Reiki healing sessions hosted by me. You have like a lot of resources, more detailed webinars with more details, worksheets, workbooks. I have lots of resources of that, like a lot. One example is the self-love declaration, the healing generational trauma, the workbook I have, the inner child healing. It's like a diary, a journal, basically. I have lots of things like that. So yeah, you have all the links down below. If you want more personalized coaching, group coaching, personalized private coaching, healing sessions, all combined, check the link down below already for my program, because it's amazing. I have lots of clients just getting the insane results. No more flashbacks, no more nightmares. I swear, like, it's amazing. I'm so happy for them, really. And they are shining in their confidence. They really like reclaim their energy. They are not worried about the narcissist. They went fully no contact. They are not anxiously waiting for them to come back, because they know they aren't, right? So yeah, just check the links down below. I have everything in the description. And if you like the video, like it. If you want to receive more videos like this, I also do ASMR, Reiki, stuff like that, music. If you want to see all the vibe here in this channel, subscribe for more, and see you in the next one. Bye.